rural clinics, there's the problem of sterilizing the instruments. And in many cases, that's done by putting them in an autoclave, which requires power in the building. But some of the clinics don't have very reliable power, and it'd be better if you could just use whatever fuels are available to get the high temperatures you need. And it's been known for a long time that that a simple pressure cooker will do the job. You can burn whatever you need to, boil the water, and because of the pressure, get a much higher temperature, get the sterilization done in a much shorter time than if you just boil the instruments. But often when you do that, when you rely on a pressure cooker, the results aren't satisfactory, that the requirements of the World Health Organization aren't met because maybe people aren't attaining the temperature for the amount of time that is necessary to really kill all the infectious elements. So we devised this pressure cooker that just had some electronics on board. We would monitor the pressure as a proxy for temperature, make adjustments for altitude, and give a display to the user that they had met the requirements. And I also come in and help with other products that that I'm not necessarily central to, but I come in and help them think about the intervention and how to design an experiment that will make a suitable evaluation. So an example is we just submitted a proposal on the processes by which you manage a herd of goats. What do you feed them? And are there things you should do to process the agricultural goods so that they're more nutritious or easier to digest for the goats? So I know almost nothing about this, but I can tell you about the experimental design nonetheless, right? If I can work with the person who has knowledge of agricultural science, together we can figure out what makes sense as an experiment. Naturally, we'll pick an area and work in one area because you would need local partners and you'd have to get approval of the government in many cases. So we will pick an area to work in, but to the extent possible, we would like our results to be pretty general. So for example, I've alluded to the study of solar lanterns, and we did a study of solar lanterns in Uganda, and then the question is, would those results be valid in Peru also? Well, probably. I mean, if you can charge this particular solar lantern for 8 hours and get 3 hours of illumination during the night in Uganda, you'll probably get similar results in Peru, being that they're at similar latitude. And in what ways might they not be generalizable? Well, if cloud cover is very different, for example, or if the lantern is strongly affected by moisture and maybe one location is much drier than the other. So yeah, we're always looking for ways to get our results as far and wide as we can, but yeah, that's the challenge that we face.